Namaste. So I read Book 4, Chapter 5, on the dialogues of Narayana. Om Bhagavatam Maha. Hari Om Tat Sat. Vyasa said, O best of kings, there is no need of dwelling at length on this point. Suffice to say that in this world are found persons very rare that are religious and free from egoism, jealousy, anger, etc. O King of Kings, even in the Satya Yuga, the golden age, this world, moving and unmoving, was covered with feelings of jealousy and anger. What to say in this Kali Yuga, dark age? There is no wonder that this world would be full of these vicious things. O best of kings, when the Devas are deceitful, jealous, and filled with feelings of anger, what is to be said with human beings and other lower creations? O Lord of the earth, it is natural that injury be inflicted on those persons that commit injury, but when peaceful persons, void of any enmity, are injured, that is certainly an act wicked and mischievous. Whenever any devout ascetic, calm and quiet, is engaged in prayer and meditation and silent muttering of one's mantras, the king of the immortals throws hindrance in his asceticism. This is certainly a mischievous act. Holy, unholy, and mixed persons exist in all the yogas. To those that are holy, all the yogas are the Satya Yuga. To the unholy ones, always it is the Kali Yuga, dark age. And to the mixed ones, always it is Treta, and Dwapara. So, you will very seldom find a few persons following really the true religion. Otherwise, you would have found all the persons in the different yogas, religious, appropriate to those yogas. O King, in all cases where the conservation of religions and religious affairs are concerned, know that their original wish and desire is the cause. If this desire be impure and sullied, religion becomes also sullied, for verily this impurity in one's desire is one's cause of ruin in every respect. Therefore, the impure desires are never to be cherished and indulged. A son named Dharma was born of the heart of Brahma. He was devoted to Brahmagyana, the knowledge of Brahma, truthful and always engaged in rites and ceremonies and in accordance with the Vedic religion. This high-souled Muni, Dharma, was a householder and married duly, according to the proper procedure, to the 10 daughters of Daksha Prajapati. This Dharma, the foremost amongst the followers of truth, impregnated them and had 4 sons named respectively Hari, Krishna, Nara, and Narayana. Hari and Krishna, amongst the 4, used to remain always in the practicing of the yoga. Nara and Narayana came over to the Himalayan mountains and in the hermitage of Badarika commenced the difficult religious asceticism and penance. The foremost of the ascetics, those 2 ancient munis, began to recite the highest mantra of Parabrahma, the Gayatri, on the wide, spacious bank of the Ganges. The 2 rishis named Nara and Narayana, born of Hari's Amsa, practiced excellent tapasya for full 1,000 years. The whole universe, moving and unmoving, became hot through the fire of their tapas. Indra became also perplexed. The thousand-eyed Indra became anxious, thought, and within himself thus, what is to be done now? These two sons of Dharma are practicing tapas and are in meditation. If they succeed, they can occupy my excellent seat in heaven. How can I break their tapasya, and what steps shall I take to hinder them? Lust, anger, and insurmountable avarice Indra brought into existence, and intent on hindering their tapasya, mounted on the elephant Aryavata, went quickly to the hill Gandhamadan, and approaching the holy hermitage, saw the two ancient rishis. Their bodies were incandescent by tapasya, as if they were the two rising suns. Were they Brahma, Vishnu manifested there, or were they the two shining sources of light? These two rishis were the sons of Dharma. What would they do with their tapasya? Thinking thus, the Lord of Sachi, seeing them, addressed thus, O highly fortunate ones, O two rishis, the sons of Dharma, please tell me, what are your objects? I have come here to give thee excellent boons. I am very pleased with your tapasya, therefore ask boons from me, and even if they be not worth giving, I will give them to you. Vyasa said, the rishis were deeply immersed in meditation and seemed very firm and resolute. They therefore did not reply anything, though Indra, standing before them, repeatedly urged them to ask boons from him. Seeing this, the king of the immortals began to terrify them with his supernatural, enchanting, fearful Mayic powers. He created lions, tigers, wolves, and other murderous animals, and began to terrify the two rishis. With them, Indra also produced rains, hurricanes, and fires very frequently, so that they might yield. In spite of Indra's attempt to terrify them by his wonderful Maya, the two Munis, Nara and Narayana, the two sons of Dharma, could not be brought under his control. And Indra returned to his own place. And he became very sorry and thought thus, these two Munis could not be tempted away with boons, nor did they fly away from their place of worship. Though terrified with fire, wind, wolves, tigers, and lions, no one, I think, will be able to break their meditation. When fear and temptations have not distracted their meditation, they are certainly meditating on the eternal Mahavidya, Sri Bhuvaneshwari, the prime force of nature, the source of all Mayas, and the goddess, the creatrix of all the worlds, the wonderful highest Prakriti. What other expert in emitting Maya there can be? Who can break their meditation? Indeed, how can this whole host of Mayas that are created by gods and asuras overpower those purged of all their sins, who are meditating their creator, the supreme Maya, that illusion by which one considers the unreal universe as really existent and as distant from the supreme spirit, whence the gods and asuras have derived all their supernatural powers. He whose heart reign the seed mantras of Vak, Kama, and Maya, called Bhagvijam, Kama Vijam, Maya Vijam, no one is able to stand against and overpower him. O King, Indra, enchanted by Maya, did not desist from tempting the two rishis, but he went on thinking of the means by which their asceticism could be baffled, and asked Kama and Vasanta, the god of lust and the season spring, to come before him and address them. Thus, O Kama, you now be united with your wife Rati and Vasanta, the god of spring, and go to the hill Gandhamadan, accompanied by all the Apsaras, celestial damsels, and with all the rasas love sentiments. Note, the Gandhamadan is the mountain-like, unsurpassable, intoxicating happiness of the senses. There you will find the two ancient, excellent rishis, Nara and Narayana, practicing asceticism in solitude in the hermitage of Badarika. O Manamanta, you better go before them, and with the influence of your arrows, do now my work and make their hearts extremely lustful. O fortunate one, charm over them by means of your arrows, make them leave their asceticism by magical spells. Who is there in this world of devas, dechas, human beings that, being whipped by your arrows, do not come under your control? When Brahma, I, Mahadeva, moon and fire, are all fascinated by your arrows, then is there any doubt that these two rishis would not be fascinated by them? I am sending these public women as your assistants. Ramba and other beautiful celestial nymphs would all follow you. You alone, or Ramba, or Tilotama, alone can do this work. Will there be any doubt if you all unite in this? O good one, do this work for me. I will confer on you your desirous objects. O Manmanta, I tempted them with boons, but these two ascetics of controlled minds could not be displaced from their seats. My efforts were rendered useless. I frightened them very much with all the Mayic powers, yet they could not be dislocated from their deep thoughts. It seems that they are quite heedless in their preservation of their bodies. Vyasa said, Kamadeva, on hearing the king of the Devas address him thus, O Indra, today I will fulfill all your desires. But there is one word. If these two ascetics be meditating Vishnu, Shiva, or Brahma, or the sun, then I will be able to bring them under my control. And if they be meditating on the great seed mantra, the root of all Maya, and the great Kamavijam, the king of the Kama, I will never be able to subdue such a devotee to the highest Devi. If these two ascetics have devotedly taken refuge of the great power Mahadevi, then they will not come under the sight of my arrows. Indra said, O blessed one, go now with your assistants, ready to do your work. Nobody but you, I find, that can fulfill this beneficial, thought very difficult work. Though very difficult work. Vyasa said, thus ordered by Indra, they all departed to where the Dharma's sons Nara and Narayana were performing their hard tapasyas. Here ends the 5th chapter in the 4th book of Srimad Devi Bhagavatam, the Maha Puranam of 18,000 verses by Maharishi Vedvyasa. Om Jayanti Mangala Kali, Bhadra Kali Kapali Dragakshma. Om Tuya Mata Chabita Tumya Tuya Bandhu Shacha Sakatu.